So today you're going to be using a search engine in our library, on our library webpage, to get some website sources. And you're going to go to the high school webpage. Oh, looky there, some of our students. And up here in the menu, you're going to click on the menu, open up the menu. You scroll down here on campus information to the library, and then you scroll down on the library page, go to Orangefield High School. It opened that up, and you have Return to District Catalog. Click on that, and it's going to open up this page here, which we've seen in the past. You're going to go to Orangefield High School, obviously, and up here in the upper left hand, you want to click on Catalog. Now when you get to Catalog, make sure you pay attention to my instructions, because when you click on Catalog, you've got the book search, the library search, and we're not doing the library search. I'm not making you get book sources for your research. We don't have books for a lot of the research topics. You're going to click here on Webpath Express, and it's going to bring up this search engine. You can browse by subject. I recommend you don't do that because they're very broad subjects. It's easier to go ahead and do your search in the search engine. Remember, keeping your search terms down to 2 words, something like that. We don't have an advanced search function here. Click on that, it's going to bring up some results. So I have 1,000 results here. You need to keep in mind, you may have to search for a little bit. Be patient. Research takes time. In our quick, fast society, we lose that skill. Of course, what do I come up with? I come up with Salem witch trials predominantly, and you can get pretty out there in sources, but you're getting sources that are generally a little more credible. Do pay attention to URLs. National Geographic, famous trials. Okay, this is a university site. It's a .edu site. So I could click on that because I happen to like that source. And it's going to pull this out, and then I have options that I can look at. Oh, here I've got some primary sources like court records and personal letters, sermons. These would all be primary sources actually for me. So I could use that site. Now notice it opened it up in a separate tab. That means that if I'm done with this source, I can exit out, or if I want to save the source, I can keep it open, and then I can go back to my other search. Also, you have some grade level information here. That's going to determine the reading level. So those of you who are looking for more advanced stuff can stay in the 9 through 12 category. Maybe students, especially accommodated students in that, might want to go with a little bit lower level source. So we have our source sheet here. You're going to fill in your heading. And there's not an MLA citation machine here that will do it for us. So we have to collect some information. I'm going to, once I've picked a source, so I'm going to select a source. I like this one. It's from King's College. So open this source up. Now this is an older website. It's very obviously an older website, but it is a university built website. I'm kind of looking at information here. So we have information here that tells me who created the source and their credentials. And of course it is an older site, but in the case of witch trials, witch hunts, that sort of thing, that's okay. Other sources, you're going to want something a little more modern. So if I want to use this source, I'm going to have to gather the information. So I need the URL. The URL is the website address. So I'm going to copy and paste that into the source. And if it doesn't automatically make it into a hot link, hit enter, and it should. If it still doesn't, then you can right click, scroll down, and find where you can make it a link. Date you access the site. That's going to be important because sometimes websites change. This one's been stable for a long time, but I need the date that I went to it, which would be today. Web page name, that's different than URL. This web page name is The Witch Hunts 1400, 1400. We'll put that in quotation marks because that is the web page name. It's not the full website name. Now, the sponsoring organization, in this case, you find down over here, we see that it's King's College. Well, I know it's King's College, but we see that it's this professor. And so I'm going to put King's College, and if I'm not sure, sometimes I can get part of the URL. If you're not sure what the site is, get part of the root part of the URL and see where it takes you. So this is King's College, and so that is a reputable site. So that's my sponsoring organization, would be King's College. Now the rest of it is like what you've done before. But as you go through, you find your two things that you would like to text you'd like to pull and put in quotation marks. And then also you can do your summaries.